right, guys, Single 40 Podcast, episode 44, here with Glenn.
Hey, what's up, guys? 44.
Yeah.
Back at it again.
Before we start, show me your shirt real quick. So we have this shirt we designed. It says Weekend Millionaire, Angeles City on it. They're for sale. If you go into the bio of our YouTube, there's a link to buy them. But I'm thinking next podcast, we're going to do some type of a contest or giveaway for subscribers to get a free one. So tune in a couple weeks and we'll go over how you can get one of the shirts. But figure we'd start off by showing that.
Yeah, there's nothing like being a weekend millionaire. It's our
Yeah,
MO.
yeah. I mean, the Weekend Millionaire, somebody called us that early on when we started posting videos, and we embraced it. I thought it was a cool name. I think the person calling us that was trying to be an asshole and be negative, but I mean, we embraced it because that's why we do what we do. We go there to be weekend millionaires, and we're always open about why we go party there, because it's cheap and we have fun, and we are weekend millionaires or weekend
Vacation millionaires.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it. So, I mean, that gets us into today's topic is, I mean, we keep having to deal with the comments and the negativity that we get. So we had a guy the last couple weeks that got real verbal on our podcasts and a couple of our shorts, and he left comments about how watching what we do is depressing, he said on one of them. He said we're trying to look cool. He said we're trying to relive our 20s. So yeah, I mean, let's fucking get into it. Like,
I mean, he's absolutely right.
well, I mean, we're definitely not trying to look cool.
Oh,
like,
I'm talking about like
we definitely are trying to relive our 20s. Like, why not? Like, everybody wants to be young and have fun.
Everyone
and
fucking talks about their glory high school days and fucking years that they were happy, you know, and fuck, like we were able to party like we're young. Like, why the fuck not?
There you go. And we've even talked about that where once we started traveling over there, we recaptured that feeling that we used to have when we were in college and high school and used to have fun and party because, you know, life got busy as we got older with work and, you know, responsibilities, and we stopped having fun.
Yeah.
Until we traveled. So, like, he's exactly right on that part. The part about trying to look cool, it's like, I mean, however you want to take what we're doing, it's not about looking cool. It's about trying to show other people that there's a different, you know, a way to live. There's more fun out there if you want it. Like, we're trying to promote having fun, you know, and if that makes us look like we're trying to look cool, I mean, that's up to you, I guess. But
yeah, fuck, dude.
I mean, do we think it looks cool? Yeah, because we're having fucking a great time, right?
Oh yeah, dude. When I edit this shit and I make it look like it's the best party ever, dude, and fucking our experience, it is.
I don't understand why it's depressing. Maybe because you can't go live like that. That's why it's depressing to you, or I mean,
we could go back. I don't think we'll ever understand the type of, to comment on someone's shit that, especially ours, like, it's a fucking podcast that we talk about Angeles City. Like, you don't just come across this stuff on your page, right? It's something that you're obviously watching, you're consuming. Like, we always talk about, like, these people consume this shit and then get triggered. Like, what kind of fucking person, dude? Like, if you don't like this shit, like, turn it off, man.
So we can break this down so many ways. Let's start with like the guy that watches it and says the negative comments like we're talking about. And we've had numerous of those. So like Glenn's saying, everybody knows how these algorithms work in social media, right? Like, they put stuff in front of you that you consume, stuff that they think you like, and they're really good at it. I mean, if you look at like my feed on one of these things, it's like all stuff I'm interested in, all stuff I like watching, right? So if you're getting our content, you obviously consume content about partying in Angeles City, possibly partying in Thailand. So let's get that right on the table. So Glenn's point is like, why are you watching this stuff if it makes you mad? Like, what?
All I could think they rather watch the person talk about the negative shit and watch out for this. And that's the complete opposite of what we're doing. Like, that's the whole like purpose of this channel. I mean, when we first talked, everything when we used to research Angeles City, it was just fucking shit that wasn't appealing to me, at least. Like, I don't care if someone's going to scam me for 3 pesos or, you know, like, watch out for this. Like, so that's the stuff that like they love consuming. So when you come across the shit we're doing and the shit we're talking about, we look like assholes. We look like we're fucking trying to be, you know what I mean? That's what I can get. And,
no, that's totally
and
what
the
it is.
majority of them are, they're older. And they weren't going there in their 40s with money. Like, that's what it comes down to. Like, maybe a lot of them live there now because of the whole reason, right? Living there on a budget. And we go there with a budget and blow it. So I mean, the thing I always that like kind of trips me out is like normally when you have these interactions in person with somebody, like someone's gonna talk shit to me, like I'm gonna talk. I'm not gonna be like, oh, just wear it, you know. So like when you get this on the internet, it's all new to me still. So when we get like comments, like yeah, we get fired up because it's like, you know, what are we gonna just like, sit back and be like, no, it's cool, like. No, dude, like if you don't like our shit, turn it off, man.
I mean that's it. I think you're right in the fact that our content gets in front of people that don't necessarily like it because they rather watch the video about watch out for these scams on Walking Street or
Or like
watch
a
out for
whiteboard that
this.
fucking has nothing to do with anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I really can't consume any of that shit. Like for me personally, like I'd rather watch somebody make a cool fucking video about Walking Street, like that's like with a cool video camera and shit, rather than like someone just talking about some bad experience. Like that shit's just
I mean, we can back it up to the beginning, like you said. The whole reason we started filming this and putting it out there was when we couldn't go during the pandemic, we started watching YouTube to get updates on what was going on over there and just watch Walking Street and see what the hell was going on. And that's when me and Glenn noticed that 99% of the content made on Walking Street was negative towards Walking Street and or the people working there or the country or whatever. So we kind of got the idea like let's show a different side of it. Like let's show the fun we have. Let's show what we like to do. And that's what basically birthed the fucking Single at 40 channel, right? So me and Glenn were obviously naive, thinking that like, oh yeah, we're gonna put this shit out there and it's gonna be, you know, received well. And it obviously wasn't because the people that were consuming that content, you know, like the negative shit, like Glenn's saying.
well, they're just not. I mean, probably. I mean, if we met, I mean, we've met cool people, and you know, there are people with similar, you know, that like
No,
the
there
similar
definitely
shit.
is.
But
And over time we found that audience slowly but surely. But these aren't the guys that were watching the negative shit. These are guys
yeah,
that go there like us and have a good time and they're not watching anything on YouTube. Like they're busy in their normal lives working, doing whatever they gotta do, and then they go to Pattaya or they go to Angeles or they go fucking party and then they go home, right?
yeah.
But slowly but surely as we put out more, you know, more of these guys have came across our stuff and now we're building, you know, our community or the people that like our stuff. So there's a line straight in the sand. It's like either you're negative against us because all the reasons we talked about, or you see what we're doing and you agree with it, or it's interests you, or that's what you do, and then you like it. So I mean, that's where it stems from. And me and Glenn were talking. I think a lot of the negativity for a lot of these guys is they go over there on their solo trip to meet girls and they meet a girl and she breaks their fucking heart. And then it's like, boom, I hate this place and I'm just going to talk shit. It's like, bro, get the fuck over it. Like,
Yeah, I mean that's like the most common scenario. I mean, and it happens obviously, and you know, and it's how you react. So I mean, most of these guys will like get, you know, heartbroken or whatever, and then create a channel about it and or talk about it, and then you know, it's just I just don't ever understand. Like if I come across some shit that I don't like, I've never once ever thought about like, fuck, I hate this shit. I'm gonna say something, right? So I think that's where I'm still having a hard time with this whole internet shit and the social media because it's like we're putting content out there, and obviously we want positive shit, and when we get negative shit, yeah, we get fired up. So
well, that's like the main difference with somebody that has a positive mindset and they're, we'll use the term happy with their life or happy with what's going on around them. Like you go on YouTube, you start consuming content, you see something you don't like, you just moved on, you know, because you don't have time for it. Like you don't care. So you're looking for something that draws you in, that makes you happy because that's the life and mindset you have. It's these people that don't have that mindset that see something that they don't like and they take the time to go comment. I mean, the guy that we were talking about earlier, like he watched the whole goddamn podcast. It's like, what
yeah,
are you
didn't he?
doing?
And he had like, I mean, it wasn't just like a little like he had that little comment, but then he came back with like more shit. And,
Oh, he wrote an essay
yeah, and it
about
was
how we're
kind of
trying to
awesome. Yeah.
relive our 20s. And
No, it was. I mean, it was pretty awesome because it's like the guy took this time out of his whatever day he's doing, whatever the fuck he's up to. But I'm just thinking in my head like, wow, like it was, and it's not just on YouTube. I mean, there's, you know, even every platform we have, there's always somebody.
well, it all kind of ties in. And one of the reasons we're even talking about it is because of the comments. But I was also having a conversation, you know, via Facebook or WhatsApp, whatever, about our next trip coming up. And the dude basically brought up Money Rain, and he said like the reason why, you know, a lot of people don't have, or a lot of people don't like it when you go into a bar and you do Money Rain is all of a sudden you get all the attention of the girls, and if you're not part of the money rain, they ignore you, right? Which I understand. But on our side, like anytime we're in, numerous times we've been in like Club Sky and we bring our entourage in our party and we start doing money rain, and there's customers that are like us, that are there having a good time. We end up giving them 20s to join the money rain, and we meet them, and we tell them about the channel, and they become subscribers, and they're like the same type of dudes we are, you know. And there's sometimes there's guys that just pack up and leave, but I guess is what I'm trying to get at is like those guys that pack up and leave, those guys that get mad that they're getting ignored are the ones that are going to comment and not like our shit. The guys that join us are the ones that would like our stuff.
Yeah, and ultimately we're like you said, slowly finding our community, which through these podcasts, videos, yeah, I'm happy that we've come across the people we've met and the people that have reached out, because in the end it's like we created this thing like naive and thinking like everyone's gonna love it, when reality, the majority of people are like, what the fuck are these guys doing,
Yeah, it's like we got to break the algorithm to get out of the people that are just consuming the negative Angelus content. But if you think about it, there isn't a lot of positive Angelus content, so we're almost like fucking pioneers in that respect.
Even just like last week we were talking about this, like it's all over. I mean, even Pattaya in Bangkok, like it's the same shit. Like it's all negative. Like, isn't there like a guy who just rolls around filming the street, and it's just like he's like doing a voiceover of just like it's depressing. And they talk about depressing channel. Like watch that shit. Like you'll watch it and be like, fuck, that sucks, or I don't want to ever go there, And I mean, I don't think you watch any of the shit we do and you're like you get that feeling. I mean, I don't think we've ever said anything about the place besides how to have fun, how to spend money, and how to like boost the economy, right? And make sure everyone has a good time. Like, so anyways.
The other thing that the dude said was he like somehow tries to compare, I think his analogy was like a rooftop bar in London. And he's talking about like the quality of women there and the guys that are there, and basically saying like, that's better or different than what we're doing. And I don't disagree with the guy in the fact that like, obviously I've never been to London. I don't know shit about England nightlife, but we are very open about, we go to the Philippines to do this because of the financial gain that we have by going there versus trying to do this where we live in Honolulu. Like it's too expensive. Like that's why we go. And that's what we're trying to show guys. Cause not everybody's a fucking millionaire or billionaire, whatever their budget is. Our whole point, and we've made tons of videos about it, is you can take a small budget, whatever that is you're comfortable with, whatever you have saved up, and you can go have a great time.
Yeah.
And we're about group partying, being with a bunch of friends. Like we're not solo travelers, but we get messages from solo travelers that are agreeing with what we're doing, and they're saving money and they're going to party, And it's like that. We're not hiding that. Like,
no, it's the same as like when I used to go to Vegas with a bunch of friends and buddies, like, you always have a budget. You always know like how much money you bring in, and it's just when you go to the Philippines and you bring that money, it's gonna take you further. You're gonna have a better time. You're gonna, I don't understand how anybody could ever, like, if you are a person who travels and goes and spends money, like, why wouldn't you think what we're doing is fun? That I don't know. I guess,
yeah, and like the bottom line, if it's not for you, don't watch it, right? Like,
yeah.
like,
No one's gonna want to spend money like us, but then that's the point. Like, there's, the people that don't watch it, or that watch it and don't like it. Like, there's like guys that like to go to those bars and just, buy, just a drink for themselves and sit and expect whatever, like all the attention. But I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. I get fired up and all work, like, it's because it's like, I just don't get it. I don't understand how people get all upset about the shit we're doing. People take this shit too serious.
No, they do. And I honestly, when we were young, I think I only went to Vegas one time. Obviously, partied in like Hollywood with you a couple times. So I didn't have a lot of exposure to like, big, expensive nightlife, if you will. But I do remember being in Vegas at a club, and I don't remember how old I was. I was in my early 20s and met up with a bunch of friends in Vegas. And what we did was we like pooled our money together to get like some fucking table at some club.
You have to,
because you had to buy a couple bottles. I don't remember what my share was, but it was expensive. But I remember being at that club, and I remember seeing like the higher end VIP areas. And I remember seeing all the women and like, the guys with money. And like, I wasn't in a point of jealousy that I was like, fuck, those guys are losers. I was like, how do I get there?
Yeah.
Like, that's what my
Well, most
mindset
people
was.
look like, most people think like
I
that.
want to be that guy. Like, how can I get there? And obviously, I grew up and, I didn't go back to Vegas. But then when we went to the Philippines for the first time and we noticed, like, wow, like we can have a great time. And the money is much smaller than if we tried to do this in the US. I mean, I'm not saying I got there. I got there in a different route. And that's what we're trying to show people is
Yeah.
like, maybe you can't afford it where you live, but you can afford it here. And that's the whole fucking point,
No, that's it. I
you
mean,
know?
and we talk about this all the time, and even just the party videos that we show, it's like those are the experiences that we have, and those are, I mean, basically, like, we can't be going into a club in anywhere like big city, Vegas or whatever, and I mean for us to do that, I mean I don't even know what it would cost. Like that shit's like celebrity shit where you have to like go and like close the club down, throw all. It's just I've never even thought about ever wanting to do that, and then it's like you go to the Philippines and you could fucking do that, and you're like, oh, this is awesome. Why not?
Well, let's just take like Megadance for an example, right? One of the biggest nightclub dance clubs on Walking Street. And it's literally like a disco bar or nightclub or whatever the hell you want to call it. You can get a table and bottle service for like south of $400, like $200-300. Like to do that in Vegas, I don't have no idea what it would cost nowadays, but if I remember back in the day, like we had to come up with like a couple grand amongst like the 8 of us or however many seats were in the little area. And it's like, then you're like packed in and everybody has one bottle to share and you're all basically spent your entire budget to like get in that little seat, where it's like, if you're solo traveling or you got one person with you and you got $300, you can go into fucking Megadance and have a fucking VIP table all to yourself with your own personal waitress and have a fucking blast. And if you want to expand the budget up from there, I mean, you can invite people to come drink with you. You can buy a couple bottles. Like, that's the whole point. And it goes back full circle to Glenn's shirt. It's like, that's the whole Weekend Millionaire thing. And that's what we're trying to promote is like, you can be a weekend millionaire no matter if you're a millionaire or not.
That's it, man. Yeah, this topic. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, I think I was telling you last week. It's in the sense it's a good thing because now, like, obviously, we're getting more people to watch our shit and engage, rather if it's positive or negative. But yeah, I mean, in the end, we're still gonna like, defend ourselves. We're not just gonna be like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, you're going to talk shit. We're going to fire back on the comments. Like, I mean, we appreciate you watching, obviously, and we'll always say that, but I'm definitely going to try to explain our point of view versus, us calling what we're doing depressing. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's depressing for you to watch, but it's actually really fun to actually do and live. Like, I'd be depressed if I had to watch it and I couldn't go either. So I guess I kind of see where you're coming from.
Yeah, that guy was funny, and it's always funny too because it's like we always like it's Saturday here, right? It's almost a week since we posted that thing, and whatever it was like a day, the next day the guy was like commenting, so we're all fired up about it, and then obviously the week goes by, we're busy, it's like we
Yeah,
forget, and
yeah.
then it kind of like I started to think about it when we started doing this, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I remember. Like now I'm reading back what he said, it's like fuck, dude, like fuck that, dude, we're not gonna sit here and just like let this guy talk shit.
But it's so true. After when you first read the comment, you get fired up, and then as the week goes on, you're busy and you're just like, oh, whatever. But when we start talking about it again, it kind of gets fun. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and these guys were talking about political kind of stuff and things along that line. But what they were talking about is like basically people talking shit on the internet, and the guy made a point. He's like, if this was like 1985 and he called it a go back machine. He's like, we need to put more people in a go back machine. And the podcaster was like, what do you mean by a go back machine? And he tells him like, if you could put these people that talk shit on the internet in a go back machine and take them back to like 1985, he's like, in 1985, when you talk shit about somebody, there was consequences. He's like a split lip. Like, and he's like, now with the internet, he's like, there's no consequences. And he's like, that's what feeds this,
Yeah, I think
shit talking
there's
stuff.
I don't know exactly the exact comment or but Mike Tyson says something like the internet gave people like a reason to talk shit without any consequences, basically, and it's kind of funny. I mean, it's so true. Like, and it's one of those things. Like, you obviously are. I don't know how whatever if that person's like that in real life. Is he gonna fucking talk shit if he sees us or if he's in person? But I mean, 90% of the people that say shit like not going to say it in people's face. Like if we saw some dude and
No.
if we're rolling in, in Angeles, and if like you don't like us, like, I mean, would you come up and say like "fuck you"? Like
Probably not.
I don't know. Like I ain't trying to fight anybody, but it's like if someone comes up to us and like doesn't like our shit, like, sorry, man. I don't know.
It's like, just find something else to watch, guy. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of shit on the internet. I mean, there's plenty of fucking those, vloggers that have just nothing but like negative shit to say, and that they talk about like the stuff that I don't know, the scams and shit. Like I never understood that type of content because I mean, yeah, it's cool to understand, but it's like if you're going on somewhere and you're naive to everything around you and like you have no idea, it's like, I mean, I get it, dude. There's like certain things that people might do but it's like you have to have at least a little bit of street
well,
smarts.
the sad part about it is like you're talking about earlier, this guy literally, and it could be a bot for all we know because it's all AI voice. But what they do is they have a camera. It looks like it's mounted on a motorbike or a trike or something, and it literally just drives up and down the street, like walking street in that outlying area. And the guy just talks about how like tourism's dead there, and he gives all these reasons about scams and this and that, and basically paints this completely negative light about traveling to the Philippines. And he's just not talking about Angeles City. In one video he does, but he talks about Manila, like just, and he's got ones for Thailand as well. And the sad thing is when you go look in the comments, like you read some people that will say like, I was planning on going there, but thanks for this video, I'm never going to go. And there's like multiple comments like that. And to me, it's like, it's sad that this one person's bullshit perspective is going to like keep somebody else from like going out to visit that country and find out for themselves if they like it or not. Cause it's like, maybe if you got there, you don't get scammed like that dickhead did, or maybe you don't see it the way he does. And it's a great experience, like how we had one. So to me, it's like fucking misinformation that's like hurting,
Yeah, no, I mean, and it goes back to, I mean, the whole fucking reason why we do this. Like, we want to show people, and like, we're not gonna bring our friends or tell our friends or people we know like to go there if it fucking isn't a good place. But
Exactly,
or
right?
or we've had good experiences, so yeah, it's and it goes in not just Angeles City it's like in every niche. I mean, even in like the travel videos, you still have those. It's the same shit. Like, someone will make a video about Onedo, and it's like instead of talking about how fucking beautiful and awesome and this and that, it's like they'll tell you the negative shit, and then people probably won't go there because of that. And it's like I just we'll never understand. That's why we just got to keep making positive shit.
There's just not enough positivity in the world is the problem.
Yeah, because that
Anywhere.
shit's boring, right? I mean, being happy and not being upset or no, conflict. Like people fucking, it's not appealing. People love fucking piping in and telling their 2 cents.
Well, it's harder. It's
Yeah,
so easy to be negative. It's harder to be positive. It's harder to like look at something and find the good in it. Like I think negativity is just the simpler path for
oh
a lot
yeah.
of
I mean,
people.
even when it comes to like your day to day job, like how many people fucking hate their jobs and upset, and it just like moves on. It just carries with them to everything they do in life. So.
Yeah, they're complaining about their job when there's some poor fucker that doesn't have a job who'd take your job in a heartbeat if he could.
Yeah, it's so I mean all we can keep doing is defending ourselves and making positive videos, and at least videos that we fucking like, and hopefully we keep getting more, and we can keep fucking interacting with people, but we'll see.
It's fucking wild. I think one of the other things he was talking about, like, the only reason the people working in the bar and the girls have interest for you is because you're spending money. And it's like, no fucking shit, dude.
I mean, if you go to those places and you're traveling there and you don't understand that concept, well, I can't help you, man. I mean,
Well,
it's like everything. Like if you go to a club in the U.S. and you're trying to get a girl, like you're gonna spend money on them, man. Like it's just
well,
that type of mindset of like, what do you think you're gonna go to a bar and be cheap and like every chick's gonna want you? Like,
right?
fuck out of here. Like who? Like that's another thing on these like people that comment and like rip on these girls. It's like, what are you? You're a 10? Like, are you a fucking 10? You're going to Angeles
You
City,
look like
dude.
Brad Pitt?
Like
Give me
you're
a break.
like, come on, bro. Like, at least know like the reason why you travel there. Like at least own it. Like, I mean, fuck,
Well,
dude.
now I remembered what he said now when you were talking. He talks about lady drinks. He refers to them as LDs in the comment. And he says something like, if I got to go to a place and buy lady drinks to get attention, like that's sad and I'm not going. It's like, well, then don't go to those types of fucking bars, you idiot. Like, but anywhere, like you said, anywhere. I mean, I'll take it down way, way lower than like bars and fucking going to the Philippines. Like, I like to go to certain restaurants, right? And when I find a restaurant I like, I usually go back. And what I like to do is when I get a good server that takes really good care of me, I give them a big tip, and I continue to do that. And why? Because like I like the food, I like the service, but then when I come there, they know me, they get me seated faster, they bring my food out faster, they tell me about specials, they tell me, oh, don't order that, order this. Like they're working, they're trying to make money. I'm there to have a meal and enjoy it. So it's like I spread a little bit of wealth to them and then they take care of you. Like everything has a price. Like
it's like common sense, but I guess not
am I
common.
gonna go there and like short the guy on the tip and then go back and expect him to like help me out? Like no, like I want the good experience, right?
Yeah,
So it's
no,
like
it's a,
the guy showed me a good experience, or the waitress or waiter showed me a good experience, so I compensate them for that. And that's no different than when you're going to a bar. But if you think you're going to go to one of those bars and get attention from the girls who are paid to show you attention through you paying them and buying them drinks, like if you don't do that, they're not going to give you the attention. That's the whole fucking premise behind the business model.
yeah. And there's dudes that try to circumvent the system and shit, and it's just you're never gonna understand. But yeah, I mean, don't travel there if you're gonna be cheap, I guess. If you don't have money and you don't want to spend money and have a good time, like, save your money and do something else, man.
Or go there and be cheap, but then don't get mad when some other patrons come in and they spend money and they get the attention. Like, just accept it. Like, they're paying for the attention. We're not hiding behind that. Like, once you start spending money, you get the positive attention. That's what the whole fucking place is based off of, you fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
we think they just like us because the way we look or because we're American. Like, no, they like us because we spend money. Like,
I mean, yeah, I mean, that's like the first thing I've ever remember. Like, that's the first thing you learn when you go there. Like, it's just a different place. It's
but
fucking awesome.
it goes back to like why these guys get negative, and I think most of it is always circled around a broken heart, right? So you go into one of these places and you meet a girl and you hit it off with her or whatever, and maybe you try to change her life financially, and you don't need to work anymore, I'll take care of you, honey, and all this shit. And guys will do that, and then they'll find out you can't buy love and respect, and the girl will cheat on him, or they'll find out the girl has many of these guys, and then his heart's broken because he thought he was so cool because she gave him fucking attention, and then he offered her financial help, and I'm the man, like she's my girl, and then he finds out like, oh, you're not that special, like she has 6 other dudes like you.
No.
And then his heart's broken, and then he's negative, and then it's like, fuck these places, and I hate these places, these girls are all scammers. It's like, bro, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, that's basic. I mean, unfortunately, not a lot of guys get that like advice beforehand, right? Going there, it's like, you're not gonna, as much as you wanna, pay for, buy love or whatever the hell you're doing, it in the end there's always gonna be that point where it could all go south. But the best part is like you could go back and meet someone else or
But
have a different experience.
totally.
Like, that's
Or just rinse and repeat. Like, meet somebody, have a great time with them on that trip, come back and find someone else to have a great time with, and keep, rinse and repeat, right?
yeah.
But it doesn't just stop at like, it doesn't just start and stop with like, bars in Angeles or bars in fucking Thailand. Like, you look at like any situation, like I was watching that Eddie Murphy documentary on Netflix recently, and if you've seen the movie Coming to America, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I mean, it kind of dates us being in our 40s. That movie came out, I think, in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, early 80s.
But basically, the premise of the movie is he's a king in Africa. He has all this money. He's got this beautiful arranged wedding with another, royal person in Africa, and he wants to find true love, right? He doesn't want somebody to love him for being this prince and having all this money, so he goes to the United States and tries to act like a common man to meet a girl for true love. Like, so it's like, it doesn't matter where you're at in the world or where you're at. Majority of people are looking to gain in a relationship. So like, if you want to hide all that to like find true love, like possibly you can, but no matter what, like there's always a cost, right?
Always. Man.
So it's like, even if you are, a millionaire in the US and you have a fucking nice car and a big house, like what kind of girls are you going to attract?
Yeah.
Like,
That's it, man.
I mean, you get on a dating site and you look at a girl's profile and it's like, I want a guy that has a job, owns his own house. So it's like people have, standards they want.
Yeah.
So the standard of a girl working in a bar, if you come in, is like if the guy doesn't buy me a drink, like I'm not gonna go hang out with him. Like pretty fucking basic.
Yeah, it's as basic as it comes, man. Yeah, if anything, if anybody gets anything from this, like go there with like a different mindset, and have a clue of what goes on, I mean, that guy was also trying to say that like we're tippy toeing around talking about the stuff that goes on over there, and it's like because that's not what we're all about, man. Like our channel isn't just to like promote that shit and talk about how like oh this is how many girls we get. It's like it's about having fun, dude, and it includes all that shit, and I mean obviously like that guy just lost the whole perspective of what was what we're trying to do because he doesn't obviously he was negative from the get go, but when somebody, I mean, when they come across our shit and they see us talking about it, it's just like, obviously they're going to be like, what are these guys doing? Talk. But then if you look into like, I mean, look at the relationships we've created over there. I mean, yeah, it has to do with money. Yeah, we spend money, we have a good time with people, but people genuinely enjoy like when we come. I'd rather have that than go there and fucking people are like, fuck, oh, these guys are fucking cheap or
Yeah, we go there to have a good time, and the people around us have a good time when we're there, and that's what we're basically talking about, right?
that's it, man.
And it's like I get it, like if that's not what you're after, but then it's like, well, then don't watch our shit and don't comment. Like we're looking for a community of people that want to travel and have a great time, no matter what their budget is. And the more you spend, the more you can do, obviously, and that's anywhere in the world. But it's like we want to show our experience that we didn't know about, that we went over there, found out, wow, you can go out to these bars, spend a bunch of money, have a great fucking time. And when I say spend a bunch of money, I mean a much smaller than in the country we live in. And that's all we're trying to promote and show like the positivity of it. And like you said, the guy said we were dancing around what really happens there. It's like, no, we're not, because we're not there for that. Like we're there because we go with a group of friends. We have a group of friends there. We all meet up and we go party at a bar and we have a great fucking time. That's why we're there. Now, could we do that in the US? Yes, but it's a lot more expensive. And we rather do it in a place like that. And then we peel off and go travel around to places like El Nido or Boracay and, do the same thing.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you're listening this far and you're interested, I mean, we have that other channel, Passport Ready, I mean, we obviously go to places like Angeles and but we do enjoy going to like Boracay and El Nido and all the different islands, and we've kind of like perfected our craft on traveling to these places. So, I mean, the quickest, most simple ways to get to places. So check it out if it's something you're interested in.
Yeah, definitely. And it's as simple as like treat people how you want to be treated, right? Like if you had a decent mother or father in your life, they probably taught you that at a young age. If you didn't get that at a young age, that sucks. But it's like a good rule of thumb. So like Glenn's talking about, like we go to Boracay, right? And we have a group of friends there that we've met over the years that are in the tourist industry there, and they have access to boats and all the activities. And we got to be friends with these guys, and they showed us a great time. So, we spent a lot of money with them. We tipped them really well. And now whenever we go there, it's like we hit them up on Facebook. Hey guys, we're coming. This is what we want to do. We want to rent the boat just for our party. And these guys bend over backwards for us. They get all the food and drinks we want. We have a great fucking time. But obviously, the reason they're willing to do it is because there's a financial gain for them. Doesn't mean they don't like us. We're not friends with them. It's like we're going there to have a good time. So we're willing to spend money. They're willing to show us a good time because we're spending money. And it's like a circular relationship.
That's it, man.
Like I wouldn't call those guys up and be like, yeah, we don't have any money, but I expect you to take me out on the boat and we want to eat lobsters for lunch and we want to drink a bunch of San Miguel Lights, but I'm not going to pay you. Like,
Yeah, I
it's not
mean,
how the life works. So we treat them good and we take these guys out to dinner, we bring their families, and then that creates the relationship where we're friends. We have a community, and like I said, they bend over backwards for us when we're there. They, take us to places we've never been. They do whatever we like, and they know on the back end, like they're going to have a good time too. Their family's going to get taken care of. They're going to make money, and it just makes for the best time ever. Like,
that's it. And I mean, ultimately, like our Angeles City, this channel obviously is about partying, but like you said, it did start there, but it also has evolved into like other places. I mean, in El Nido, we've made friends with other people, and in the end, it's like if you're interested in going to these places and you want to like have good experiences, like you just got to take care of people and have a good relationship with people. And I mean, yeah, you want to make sure you don't get screwed over or whatever, but you can't go to these places and have that mindset. Like not everyone in the Philippines is looking to get you. And obviously, if you have money and people want to get theirs, but they're not. It's just the stuff that's out there, you know, when it comes to the scams and all the other shit, like, it shouldn't scare you from going there or, like, you know, discourage you or whatever.
Well, me and Glenn were hanging out with a friend of ours earlier today who's somewhat of a mentor to us. He's an older gentleman that's, you know, taught us a lot, and he's starting to get into content creation. Not anything like we're doing. He's got his own path, but we were just having a conversation about it, and he asked us, like, you know, have you had any aha moments, or like what's the direction you're trying to take your channel and your purpose? And like the more we were talking with him, the more I started realizing it's like this is slowly becoming our purpose, is to like show people what we feel is the right way to travel and how to do it and how to have a good time. And the community we want to build and the people we want to watch our stuff are people that see what we're doing and say, hey, that looks like fun. You know, I want to see how they're doing it, and I want to learn, and that's what I want to go do. Or that's what I already do, and that looks like a cool place to go. I want to join and do that. Like that's where we're headed. That's what
No,
we're after. I mean, that's kind of becoming our purpose. But we're gonna have to keep combating the fucking assholes that
yeah, and
don't
I
agree
mean,
with it.
and like I said earlier, like, it's just like we don't take it too serious, you know, and like
No.
these guys shouldn't take this fucking channel too serious. But, you know, if it's something that interests you, and, you know, it's like, fucking hit us up. You know, we want to meet more people like us, right? And if fucking, you know, you're on the fence, like, maybe these guys, like, come out with us, party with us, see if if we are assholes, and you get a free night of drinking and shit,
We'll
dude.
be there December 8th, bar hopping. Let's go. Like,
So I mean,
join the party.
we've invited people, and we always do. And I mean, I'm not trying to, like, fucking take this too serious either. Obviously, I get fired up, and I was all fired up earlier, but in the end, it's like, dude, this is our vacation, this is our trip. Like, I'm gonna have fun.
We're not trying to change the world. We're just trying to show our experience and how you can do it. And if that interests you, keep watching, keep, you know, commenting, keep being a part of the community, and we'll expand as we grow and do different things, and join us. And if it pisses you off or you get depressed by watching what we do, but you should probably find something else to watch.
Yeah, there's a ton of shit on the internet, man.
Tons of shit. Well, I think we've beat that horse into the ground. It will be interesting to see what comments we get this week. But
Yeah, it'll be good times. Always good. The best is, like, we didn't really have a plan on what we were talking about. Then we brought up, like, oh yeah, we should talk about what happened last week, and it got us all fired up. So
well, it makes it for kind of an interactive podcast. Like, comment negatively or positively. We'll talk about it next week. So if you agree with us and you see the direction we're going, let us know. And if you have questions about why we're doing it or what doesn't make sense to you, ask us. Let us know in the comments. I mean, if you want to be negative, go for it. We'll come back at you with what we think, and we'll probably talk about you on the podcast. But I think better off, if you don't like what we're doing, find something that you do like watching, because life's too short to waste your time watching shit you don't like. So,
yeah.
but that's just my advice. Do what you like. All right, guys. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up then.
All right.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.
All right. Thanks, guys.